Hello, everyone. My guest today is Daniel CH. He created Legit Check by CH with his brother David, who's 17, and they've gathered over 6 million all-time users. Their company helps people authenticate luxury items like clothing, sneakers, bags, and watches. They're currently making 200 grand per year using the simple send order note function of an e-commerce system. Daniel, you ready to take us to the top?
Yes, I am. Let's
All right.
go.
You've got two things. You've got this tool, and then you've got another tool called Price Unlock. Touch quickly on Price Unlock. What's it do?
Price Unlock is being built right now because of a need we have. So we need to A/B test prices. To give a practical example, I don't know whether 9.99, 9.90, 9 sharp, or $10 a month is what will work best for us. And then we also need to localize some prices. So Price Unlock is meant to help you find and set the perfect pricing for your SaaS tool.
Well, that's pre-revenue, pre-launch.
Yes. So at the moment, it's not even a fetus. It's just being conceived, so to speak.
All right, let's go back to legitcheck.app. The headline on your website says authentic, fake, let's find out. What's the business model?
It's very simple. So we're first and foremost a media company more than a tech company. So this actually didn't even start as a business. In 2017, I wanted to learn how to make an app. And I found out that I don't really like it, that I actually hate making apps, but I did go through and finish it. So it was literally just a glorified bookmark folder because I've also written a few guides on how to tell fake Yeezys, fake Pharrell Williams shoes. That's what was cool back then. And then I just let it there. And long story short, in the meantime, it has just grown. I got very lucky to a point where I think it pulled in 100,000 users before we made an Android app, and then 300,000 users before we made it into a business. So to answer your question, the business model is simple. This is our bread and butter. We have some other things as well, but people send us pictures and we come back with a verdict. We tell them whether the item is fake or authentic. And then if they got scammed, if sadly we need to bring the set of news that the item is fake, we can help them get their money back if they paid via PayPal or via credit card.
Okay, and what year did you launch the business? First line of code.
No code, 0 lines of code. No, I'm joking. That's actually like there is code in the background, as everybody knows. The app was released in 2017 November, but then it became a business in April 2019. Okay. So that's when we started earning money out of it.
And how much did you make in 2019?
If I had to guess, because I don't really know, I would say 20, 30 grand. I'm not really sure.
And how did you and your brother split that?
Brotherly, so to speak. In our family, we're communists. As much as there's a negative connotation, I shouldn't say that. Just like everything is within the family.
So you guys that was sort of profits, you put it back into the family. Is it now still today, just the two of you guys working on it?
It's mainly the two of us. So ownership, it's the two of us. But then we also get the help from some other people. We employ some developers, some people to help us authenticate. But sorry, were you asking ownership or
what's the total team size today, full time?
Between 8 and 10, I would say, something like that.
Okay. And why is that fuzzy? Like, don't you know, I mean, wouldn't it be obvious who's full time and who's part time? Why does it fluctuate?
The question is whether I need to make myself look bigger or not. So that's why I wanted to give an honest answer. We have some people on some longer term, full-time freelance partnerships, but it's not like employment. So that's why I'm just a bit finicky when it comes to this number.
Got it. So between 8 and 10, how many are engineers?
5.
Okay. So heavy in tech. And what's the model? How do you guys make money?
People pay us, we come back with a verdict. And I was just making this post the other day about how that verdict is being sent through. If anybody seeing this, if you've ever used an e-commerce platform, you have a function for sending an order note, like, hey, your order is a bit late, sorry for that. So that's how we send our verdict. Now, the reason why I'm doing this and why I made a post and this interview as well, thanks, by the way, for having me, is we're leaving that behind. So that was just a scrappy way to get off the ground. We didn't ever imagine we're going to make 6 figures out of it, low 6 figures, I have to mention. So we're coming out with something new pretty soon, same business model, but something more elegant than just the scrappy send order notes. And that's what it is.
Is it a recurring model or people just pay you one time when they want to get something verified?
It's a transactional, so one-off. People pay us one time, but 25, 40% of the people come back And part of this
What do they pay, Daniel, one time for one verification?
anywhere between $20 and $100, depends on the item. But most of our items are priced at $20. But if you got a Hermes Birkin, that's going to be $100.
And how many verifications did you process last month?
600, 700, something like that.
Okay. And is that the main growth driver? Like that's all you're focused on is getting people more verifications per month?
Honestly, our focus is to bring more and more readers because we have 6 million all-time viewers of our guides, and that's really our main product. I know it's not as fancy as.
Where can we view that, Daniel? What's the link?
Register that app, and if you go in the nav bar, get authenticated, there's going to be a button that says explore the library. So that's where we've written about 1 million words on how to spot fake items. So what I forgot to mention earlier is that people can pay us $20 or $100, but we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot, I guess, quote unquote, by giving people the free guide. So if anybody wants to learn.
Where is that? I'm on Get Authenticated. I don't see a link to a free guide anywhere.
Sorry. So say again, in the nav bar, there should be a button that says, and then, no, my bad. My memory is bad. Library, the first button, explore the library. And it says with a blue badge, free guides here.
Got it. So these have gotten over 6 million views is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And this is how you bring new people paying $20 to get verified. They trust you through your content.
Yeah. So it's
this feels like a lot of work to write all this. You write all this personally?
No, we get help from people. We got into a point where we have a system put in place where we have some internal guidelines on how to make a guide, how to test it, how to make sure, things don't slip through the cracks. And that's basically our expertise. That's why we beat our own drum that we have earned expertise, not self-claim, because there are other people doing this, but they just set up shop one day and they say, I know how to authenticate, but that doesn't have any claim, any backing to their claim.
Yeah. So 700 verifications last month at $20 a pop means you did about $14,000 in revenue last month. Is that about right?
The ARPU is a bit higher because we charge $60 for our certificate. So if you've gotten scammed with fakes and you want to get your money back, we charge $60 and we make that into a nicely looking letter that is trusted by banks, by PayPal, by Amex for that matter.
So more like $20,000 or $30,000 last month in revenue.
Oh, I wish it was that high. No, last month we have all this public, by the way. Last month, I think we are very close to 15 grand.
Okay.
But then the previous months we're doing a bit better as we were riding the wave of, unfortunately, the coronavirus pandemic.
So what was total revenue in last year, 2020?
2020, I don't know. I can look it up if I'm, but what I've checked for that post was that May to May, so May 2020 to May 2021, it was 200,000, and it should actually be a bit more because we made some charges outside of WooCommerce. So let's say 220,000, something like that.
Yep. Very good.
Trailing 12 months.
So how are you splitting your time? Obviously, I get more excited about Price Unlock, right? You're building a tool so that you can use on your own, application. And my gut tells me that that's the thing that's going to take off over the next 5 years.
Who knows? I mean, I hope to link back to this specific episode and say, look, Nathan predicted it.
What's the URL? Where can people check this thing out?
bychgroup.com/price-unlock. I have priceunlock.com, but I can only start using it in 3 days from now. So
say the link one more time, bychgroup.
.com/price-unlock.
Okay, got it.
Pretty soon, priceunlock.com when I'll get that domain, when it gets unlocked.
What are you waiting for? Why can't you launch this like right now and have customers on it? This looks like it's ready to go.
I started collecting email addresses. It's still being built because we started building it last month. And I understand where you're coming from. I designed it in 4 or 5 days, and the demo can hopefully show more than 4 or 5 days of work. We'll show something that looks like more than 4 or 5 days of work. It's still being built, and it's about to be released as a beta by the end of this month. So I'm doing that thing where if you release it and you're still ashamed of how it looks like, that means you released it at the right time, something like that.
Yep. Well, I'm signing up right now. Pricing testing is one of the big areas that a lot of SaaS founders leave money on the table. It should be way higher, it should be way lower. So I'm curious to see how you're going to end up testing and really launching this. I'm on the wait list.
Yeah. Should we talk about this now, or should we keep talking about legit? I can tell you about either of them.
No, we can go back. I mean, we're about out of time, but I want to make sure I touched on Price Unlock as well, since it sounds like it's a SaaS you're building.
Yeah, that's actually our headline, what you just said. Stop leaving money on the table, to which I sometimes add, maybe stop taking too much money from the till, because that's the thing. You don't know whether you're pricing too high or too low. Most people price too low. We know that. But what if you're actually pricing too high? And, I just wanted people and myself actually to have some knobs to turn when it comes to pricing. Kind of like being able to experiment by turning the knobs. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Now, if Price Unlock takes off, would you sell Legit Check app if someone offered you 200 grand up front, all cash?
Just for a year of revenue?
Yep.
No. But probably not going to sell regardless of, even if I'm getting a very juicy multiple, because in my head, it could be way more. It just needs to be a slow burn because it's completely bootstrapped, so no VC money.
Is it profitable today?
It is. Well, it's pretty much, we could operate on 95% margins if we fire everybody and do the authentications ourselves. So there's a fancy word metric, which I don't know. The one's net income. I don't know how much money you make before, only after putting the fixed cost.
Is discretionary and like founder discretionary income.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. That's good. Profitable. Good to go. Launching a new tool. We're going to watch you carefully. Let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, favorite business book.
It's not a business book per se, but it helped me become a better business person. The Power of Now, no doubt about it.
That's a good one. Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Scott Galloway.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building a business?
Getlatka.com.
You really use it, or you're just trying to make it feel good?
A bit of both, I'm not going to lie, but I actually use it because some of your episodes are, look, I was looking at Upload Care the other day. We're going to use Upload Care. And then I said, hold on a second. Let me see if these guys are not going to just go bust in 2 years with all my pictures. And then you had an episode. So Getlatka.com was up there.
Yeah. Upload Care that was a good episode. All right. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
At least 8, 9 is really the answer.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
No kids. I'm building my future with my partner, who I respect and love a lot. She's great, and she's actually been not only inspiring to me, but I look up to her. I can say that proudly.
That's great. And Daniel, how old are you?
23.
23. Last question. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
That was yesterday, man.
I know.
This isn't why. Maybe when I was 13. No, I'm joking. Building wealth is a function of saying no. That's what I would tell myself.
Guys, there you have it. Legit Check app launched a couple years ago with his brother. They did $30,000 in 2019, their first year in business. And then 2021, last 12 months, they've done about $200,000 in revenue. They help consumers submit pictures of purses and bags and watches, and then they verify it for between 20 and $100 a pop. They did over 700 verifications last month, but now he's frustrated with his pricing. Is it too high? Is it too low? He's building a SaaS tool called Price Unlock to figure that out. We'll see what happens next. Daniel, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.